our run of recent good form, along with some slip-ups elsewhere, has put us in with a real opportunity of being able to grab that top spot in the league. Since that last episode in the last game against Peterborough Sport, we've got a clean sweep of victories in all of our games since then. Started off with a 3-0 away win against Gloucester, followed by a 1-0 win against Darlington, a 2-1 win against Scunthorpe and a 1-0 win against Banbury followed. But more results are needed, like the 3-0 against Kings Lynn. This one was a good one for our goal difference, and if we have a little look at the league, we are only 2 points behind Blythe with a game in hand, but their goal difference is still slightly better than ours. So if we could get a few more 3-4-0 wins along the way just to boost our goal difference and also make sure that we do get those points to go above Blythe, it should hopefully make us feel a bit more comfortable about the run-in at the end of the season. We are currently 19 points above Boston United in 8th, so despite the fact that it is still mathematically possible for them to catch up to us, would like to think that at least the playoffs are guaranteed for us at this stage. Don't want to get too complacent though, despite our recent good run of form, but you've got to start to believe in us and think that we can go on and achieve not just the playoffs, but go one further and get that title. Just in recent squad news before the game, Aaron Simpson, he did actually have an extension clause in his contract, which I forgot all about. So that's been able to be triggered without increasing his wages, so he's also contracted until next year. And we have also offered contracts to both Miles Bonney and Callum Kessé. Bonney, obviously he's the best keeper at the club and has played a really crucial part for us, so giving him a longer deal just seemed to make sense. And Callum Kessé, he, again, despite being one of our best players in the league, he's just one of the best players in the league overall, and someone who we can take up the leagues with us if he does stay that long. The contract that we have got Kessé on is probably slightly more than would be seen as ideal, but getting a player down of his quality and his ability in our squad, I felt it was an opportunity that we had to take up. We'll add a couple of years onto his deal as well, so I think that'll end in 2026. And also, there is a release clause in there, but I think it's around £160,000, so it would mean quite a big deal to this club if that was triggered as well. We're going to hope that no one does trigger that, but making sure we have him around for next season, I think that's an amazing signing for us. But rather than focus on the future now, we do still need to get through the rest of this season. And we have 2 big games today. First against Brackley. The team going off for that one, Boney in net. The Fudu, Olsen, Broadbent and Simpson are the defence. Clark, Kessé and Smith in midfield, with Gomez, Martin and Blackett providing the attacking threat up the top end of the pitch. Brackley is a game which we should be winning. We are at home for both of our games today, so hopefully we can go and put on a show for the fans at the One Cloud and get a couple of really good wins. And CJ Clark picks up the ball in our half and gets it forward to Smith. Now with Gomez, and he gets it into Martin. Kessé, that's a great ball into Blackett. That was almost a great team goal which we scored. If Blackett had only got it slightly more on target, what a goal that would have been. Instead it remains 0-0. But Simpson delivering a good ball in from deep, headed away, but we do keep up the pressure. Clark into the Fudu, he tries to break forward but not able to get past this defence. And now we are looking to get forward through João Gomez. His effort though, he finds the back of the net. That's his 14th goal of the season. And the development that he's gone through throughout this season has been absolutely immense. He's now one of the best players in the squad and still has so much room to develop as well. Obviously he's one of the players who could potentially be tied down to a 4-year contract, and if he can keep on doing what he's doing this season, we should have a little star on our hands for the future. With that goal, it will put us top of that league. That's a very nice sight to see. Like we say, if we can just get a few more goals and improve that goal difference as well, this could be a perfect result for us. CJ Clark now, he's getting forward and gets it to Kessie. Lots of space for the Fudu on the right hand side. He gets the ball, plays it into Blackett, and that is a striker's finish, his 11th goal of the season. But in the second half of the season, since Sandat has left, he's really stepped up and has been one of the more important players in the team. Just little finishes like that have made him so important to us, and he gives us a little bit more comfort against this team. We are now going forward again. Gomez picks up the ball, trying to drive over midfield, but not quite able to get over. Matt Smith picks it up though and plays it into Blackett. And now Simpson on the left hand side. It's back with Smith. And now Blackett, he's not quite able to get his header on target. And it remains 2-0 to South Shields. I am aware I keep on calling him Matt Smith as well. It is Martin Smith. It's just a slip of the tongue, which I can't seem to get out of at the moment. If you are watching, Martin, I do apologise, but you're a great player. Thank you for your efforts. And here you are on the ball now, driving forward. You get it to Gomez, and now it's into Martin, and he puts it into the back of the net. 3-0 up now against Bradbury, and we really are showing them what football is. Great play again. Matt Smith. Bloody hell, I've done it again. Martin Smith plays the ball to Gomez, but that's a wonderfully weighted pass and good vision to find Martin at the edge of the box. His touch allows him to get in there, and he finds the back of the net with his finish as well. No question of offside. He held his run delightfully and was able to apply that finish there. Like we're saying, it is that goal difference which we do want to improve, and we are certainly going about doing that in this match. If we have more of the same in the second half, then that would be absolutely brilliant for us. Here's Smith back to Wilson, and with a kick-off highlight, you've got to think it could be a good opportunity for us to grab the fourth. The Fudu on the right hand side, no one ahead of him, so he's not able to find a ball, and Bradbury do manage to claim it. We do win it back, and now Kessie gets it to Smith. He gets it forward to Martin, and now we are breaking forward. It is Gomez on the left hand side of the box, back to Martin, and that is our fourth goal of the game. Martin's second goal of the game, and it is really doing wonders to our goal difference as well. This has really been the performance that we did want in this game. The second game against Chorley would arguably be the tougher of the two matches, but if we can go in with this level of performance, you've got to think we've got an amazing chance of getting a victory in that game as well. That game is coming up in, I think, 4 days after this match, so with the position we are in, I'm going to look to make sure the players keep as much fitness as possible. So Kessie is probably going to be removed from the pitch after this highlight. Here he is on the ball though. Can he make one last impact before he departs? And his shot just goes over the bar. He has had a great game, but we are going to give Will Jenkins a little bit more game time. And I think as well, we are just going to give Gomez a little bit of a rest. McGeorge can come on in his place, and despite the fact it's early on in the second half still, they can both go off and get good rounds of applause because they have really put in some good performances today. Bradbury managed to get a goal back against us, but it is actually flagged for offside, so it remains 4-0, and we keep our clean sheet intact for the time being. I think the next player we're going to be taking off will be CJ Clark. Game at this point seems to be won, so just want to make sure, like we were saying before, fitness is taken into account with the bigger game coming up in a few days' time. And yeah, CJ Clark, he signed on for next year. We don't really want to risk any big injuries either, so that's the thinking behind maybe taking him off once we get a little bit further into the match. Don't want to do it too early on just in case we do have any injuries. But maybe 10-15 minutes time, Clark's game will come to an end. Boney almost making a meal of that. It was a very, very weak shot. He did manage to make the save, but fumbled around. And thankfully, no one in a Bradbury shirt able to make the most of it. Here we are building from the back again though. Simpson on the left. He is going to try to burst forward and plays it into Blackett, who has somehow found himself with a little bit of space in behind. He has been tackled, and Aaron Martin with the chance to get his second hat-trick of the season. And he puts it past the keeper. That is 5-0 now. And I think we will just quickly make that last change. Pretty sure Sutcliffe can play there. Is it Olsen who can play there? Sutcliffe's going to play there. Sutcliffe, we brought him in on loan. He is a centre-back. Mainly brought him in just to cover in case we had any injuries. I think this is only going to be his third appearance for us. And really that's just because we don't want Wimbledon to recall him, because we may need him for the final bit of the season. But at this point, with this match seemingly won, is a good chance for him to get onto the pitch and get some fitness into his legs. Bradbury missed an opportunity there. It does remain 5-0. Another opportunity for Bradbury. They whip the corner in, but Sutcliffe's there. Kind of gets it away, but it is still in our box. But Simpson is able to get it out further. Coming back towards our box though, and Bradbury are trying maybe to get ourselves a little consolation. Armstrong has it in the centre of the pitch. Good time to strike, but McHale, his own player, blocked it. And now they are keeping up the pressure once more. Sullivan getting to the left-hand side. Tries to put a ball into the box to find Carbo. He wins his header, but not really troubling us. And yeah, think we can definitely call this one a win, even if the score from this one, we've done what we had to do. We've closed the goal difference down, and we've got the win. So we are now in the driver's seat in this league, and we just need to keep on doing what we're doing, play our game, not focus on anything that's happening behind us now, and hopefully we can just see this out until the end of the season now. It is Bradbury trying to drive forward. McHale cuts inside from the right hand side, and that's a very, very poor left footed effort which goes over the bar. Hopefully now it will just be the end of the match. We can go in, congratulate the players, rest them up for the next game, and make sure that we've got our fully fit starting 11 ready to go against Chorley. Like has been the case for the past few episodes, it's an unchanged team going out for this second game against Chorley. Again, another match in which we do need to get a win, and I've got faith in this team that they can go out and put in a really, really strong performance. And maybe a highlight from the kick-off. Kessie driving into the Chorley half, but he is dispossessed. The Fudu picks it back up low, back to Olsen, and he gets it forward to Clark. Again, the Fudu on this right-hand side. He's looking to get forward, plays it to Clark, and now back with Kessie. That's a good ball over the top. Not really sure why Blackett chose to header it from that position. Would maybe have been better to try to take it down and get a shot off with his feet. Nonetheless, we are back on the ball. Martin tries to head it forward, but there's no one ahead of him, and that allows Chorley's defence to pick the ball up. Poor passing from there though. Gomez, he's getting into the box, and an effort from him which just flies over the bar. Quickly on the attack again though, Simpson getting the corner in, not quite able to find a South Shield shirt just yet. It is back with Kessie, and Gomez has acres of space at that back post. That is absolutely terrible defending from Chorley, and he had one of the simplest headers he's going to have throughout his whole career. But just watch the initial ball. Kessie does well, plays it back to Simpson. Those two just take a little bit of time, and Gomez really just goes away from his man, gets that acres of space there, and is able to plant his header into the top corner. Chorley's manager should be absolutely disgusted with what he's just seen from his defence, but we're delighted that we've been able to take full advantage of it. They're looking to get forward and get themselves an instant response. Whitehouse with the ball in. Moyo is one of the most important strikers in the league, so we've got to make sure we keep him quiet. Did just put an effort wide just there, so got to make sure we deal with him a little bit better moving forward. A good free kick from Martin Smith, and that's a good save from Irwin, gives us a corner. Kessie, he's going to get it into the box. Can we find Broadbent's head? He's almost onto double figures for the season, so it would be nice if he could get that before the end. Kessie at the edge of the box, and that effort was never really looking like finding the back of the net. The Fudu wins the ball and gets it to Gomez. Kessie is tackled, but Martin picks up the pieces, and Gomez again. He founds Blackett behind the Chorley defence, and his effort just hits the post and comes out. Fortunately for us, haven't been able to go 2-0 up, but we are the dominant team in this game yet again. It is just a case where we need to get that second goal and give ourselves that little bit more of a cushion, or one moment could derail the match for us. We are slowly getting towards half time, 38 minutes gone now, and Gomez, he's able to get through behind the Chorley defence, but the keeper is able to make a save. Not quite able to put ourselves 2-0 up yet, but another chance for Broadbent to get his head on the ball from a corner. Kessie gets it in, and again another corner which doesn't beat the first man. Gomez, he's going to get forward on the left hand side, gets a cross in, Blackett to Simpson, but that is headed away by the Chorley defence, and the highlight fizzles out. We seem to have been close to half time for quite a while now, but the chances keep on coming. It is Blackett now. Chorley's defence have missed that ball twice, and he's just missed the goal. He really should have done better with that effort. And if we don't end up winning this game, there's quite a few chances we can come back to, is the reason why. We do have a penalty now, and it is going to be Aaron Martin with a chance to extend that lead for us. He steps up and he buries his penalty into the back of the net. Finally we have that little cushion, but it really should be much more by now. And in the second half, I'm expecting us to keep on coming out and trying to bag a few more goals, because I really haven't been happy with the finishing on shore in this match so far. Definitely know that they're capable of even more. We are going to bring on Sutcliffe in place of Olsen, just to make sure there's no unnecessary red card for him. He hasn't had the greatest of games either. So Sutcliffe's on in his place, and we really just need this second half to go by with a win. If we can get a few more goals, great, but if it went by without a highlight, that would be almost just as good. The highlight we did have there was Martin Smith hitting the post from a free kick. So we are looking to still go out and get some goals. 20 shots so far in the match. We've limited Chorley to just 4 efforts, so it is showing that we have been much the better team. I'm just going to make a couple more changes for the final few moments. It's been a while since Sam Hodgson's been on the pitch, so he can come on and get a little bit of game time. And we will bring on McGeorge in place of Gomez as well, just to keep on getting him a little bit more experience in this first team squad as well. Just before we get to the 80th minute, Chorley have a throw in. Johnson on the right hand side gets it back to Ellis, and they've managed to find Johnson at the inside the box, and that's a really good finish from him. It was a really tight angle. Maybe Boney could have done better to stop that. We are going to see it again here. It's really good play from Chorley, and Johnson, when he finds space, I think it's maybe just the power that he put on the effort, took it past Boney and allowed Chorley to get back into it. He is maybe offside, but obviously there is no VAR in this league, so we aren't going to see any cancelled goal. And we really just want this to end now. Chorley have a little bit of hope but oh no, they've got a free kick, and thankfully for us, it just goes over the bar. That really should be that now. The game is over. That's another 2 really, really good wins for us today. Chorley, like we were saying in the previous match, it was definitely going to be the harder of the 2 games. Really made a meal of it though with the chances that we created. We should have put that game to bed a long, long time ago. As it was, we let Chorley in with an opportunity to come back into it, but Leigh didn't take that opportunity. That now puts us 20 points ahead of Rush Hall in 8th. There's 21 points left to play for, so that is basically the playoffs secured for us. We are really now wanting to consolidate this top spot, keep up the run that we're on, keep on getting the points that we are, and then hope that other teams keep dropping points as well. Before we leave in this episode, I am going to skip forward and hope that we get the youth intake. A couple of those players could potentially be part of the first team, so we'll see if that comes up, and hopefully we'll have a couple more additions to the first team squad as well. We have played one match while we've been waiting for the youth recruitment. It was a come from behind win against Buxton. Going into the 85th minute, we were 1-0 down, but Aaron Martin got us an equaliser in the 85th minute, and then John Lafudu got a 90th minute winner for us, and that keeps us up at the top of the league. We're going to be waiting to do the youth intake, but that doesn't seem to be coming through until April, so that will now be coming on the next episode instead, where that will be accompanied with the final 2 games of the season. That's against Tamworth and another against Southport. Obviously huge games for us. With that win against Buxton, we did confirm a playoff place for ourselves, but like we've been saying, we want to go one step further, and we want to secure that automatic promotion. Please remember to like and comment on the video if you have enjoyed that. Subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with the save. Thank you very, very much for watching. Bye bye.